ये चुनाव आयोग के अधिकारी वहां मौजूद। आप देख सकते हैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस अब चंद पलों में, चंद सेकंडों में बस शुरू होने वाली है।
So, good morning to all friends from media. The Commission welcome members of print and electronic media to the press meet convened by the Election Commission of India. Full Commission comprising of my fellow commissioners, Mr. Jyoti and Mr. O.P. Rawat, are here to announce the schedule for general election to the Legislative Assembly of Goa, Manipur, Punjab, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. As you are aware, before we announce the schedule, we would like to brief the House with regard to certain highlights of the upcoming general elections. You are aware that term of legislative assemblies to these 5 states are expiring as follows, and I will read. Goa, 18th March 2017, Manipur, 18th March 2017, Punjab, 18th March 2017, Uttarakhand, 26th March 2017, and Uttar Pradesh, 27th May 2017. The Commission under powers and functions under Article 324 read with Article 172 subclause 1 of the Constitution of India and Section 15 of the RP Act is mandated to constitute the assembly of these 5 states before the expiry of their terms. Thirdly, the Commission has a established practice that when the terms of the assemblies are expiring around the same time, the elections are held together, and therefore the Commission follow this practice. I would also like to share on behalf of the Commission some facts and figures. The number of assembly constituencies state-wise is contained in the announcement note. There are 690 legislative assemblies which will go to poll, and there are 133 assemblies out of these reserved for scheduled castes, and 23 seats are reserved for scheduled tribes as per the delimitation order of 2008. Then we would like to share with you the details about our electoral rolls. The Commission believes that pure and updated electoral rolls are essential for free, fair and credible elections. And therefore, in past 1 year, the Election Commission has been endeavoring to purify electoral rolls. National Electoral Roll Purification Program was launched in 2016, and millions of errors, multiple entries, dead voters have been removed from the electoral rolls. Date of publication of our final electoral roll after summary revision will take place as follows, which I would like to share with the media. Electoral roll of Goa will be published on 5th January, Manipur on 12th January, Punjab 5th January, Uttarakhand 10th January and Uttar Pradesh on 12th January. Over 16 crores, over 160 million voters are going to participate in these elections. That is the size of the task. Nearly 100% voters have electoral photo I card. New voters who are being added to the electoral roll will also be issued elector photo I card in time bound manner. Identification of voters at polling stations will be mandatory. Commission will distribute photo voter slips to all voters. The size, format and design of the photo voter slip has further been improved. There will be complete accounting and accountability of distribution of photo voter slips. This time, Commission has taken another initiative, that colorful voter guide will be distributed along with photo voter slip to each family. And this voter guide will contain information about the polling stations, about date and time of the polling, about the identification documents that can be used, and do's and don'ts for voters. Now coming to the polling stations, a total number of 1,85,000 polling stations will be covered under operations, and this number has increased by about 15% as compared to 2012, and this has been done from the viewpoint of facilitation to voters. All polling stations will have assured minimum facilities. There will be some model polling stations also. The Commission has also introduced a new initiative, that at every polling station, four number of voter facilitation posters will be prominently displayed, and this is a statutory requirement also. These posters will be uniform and standardized by displaying the area of the polling booth and list of IDs that can be used at the polling station. The voting procedure will also be displayed outside the polling booth, polling station, and certain prohibited items will also be displayed, and do's and don'ts for voters to facilitate them. Another initiative of the Commission is that outside every polling station location, earlier there used to be wherever there were more than 3 polling booths, but this time Commission has decided that at every polling station location there will be a voter assistance booth which will be manned by election personnel, and they will further assist the voters who may not be possessing their photo voter slip. Another initiative the Commission has undertaken is the height of the voting compartment. There used to be complaints that movement of heads and also the body of the voter can be seen, and thereby secrecy was being violated. Therefore, the Commission has raised the height of the compartment to 30 inch for secrecy, and they would be of uniform size, of flex material and steel grey size. In some parts of the country where women, as per the local custom or social practice, don't mingle with men, we have directed Chief Electoral Officers to set up separate polling stations for women. Election Commission also encourages participation of women in the management of the electoral process, and therefore all women managed polling stations will also be set up. This year the Commission will lay great emphasis in making the entire electoral process PWD friendly, persons with disability friendly, and to further enhance this, polling station wise mapping of such persons has been carried out so that there can be targeted and need based facilitation in terms of wheelchairs and other things. Electronic voting machines will be used in all states. There is a complete security and transparency in the storage, transportation, first level check and mock poll. As you know, there is a symbol provided at the bottom of the electronic voting machines, after the last candidate for nota, none of the above. VVPAT machines will be used in increasing number in certain identified legislative assembly constituencies. Commission has decided that Goa state will be saturated with VVPAT. VVPAT is voter verifiable paper audit trail, where the voter can see his vote or her vote where it has gone. Commission is also launching awareness program in each of these constituencies. The number of VVPAT constituencies will be further increased as our supplies start flowing from our manufacturer, and which will commence in this month only, in next 1 or 2 weeks. Ballot paper on electronic voting machines will have the photo of candidates. This is a new feature for these states. Now friends, there is a historic first step in Indian electoral process. Election Commission of India is joining the rank of global leaders in the area of electronic transmission of votes to our service voters, which comprise of defense, central paramilitary forces, and persons who are posted in our missions. And therefore postal ballot to service voters will be transmitted electronically one way in certain identified legislative assembly constituencies. You are already aware that the first experiment was conducted in Puducherry in the month of November, and it was done successfully. Now coming to candidates, the Commission would like to share some important initiatives with regard to their transparency and election expenses. In addition to filing the affidavit in compliance of the order of the Honorable Supreme Court, there is another additional affidavit in compliance of another order of the Honorable High Court of Delhi, where candidates will be required to file a no demand certificate. And this no demand certificate will come from agencies such as dealing with electricity, water, telephone, and also the rent of the government accommodations which these candidates may have occupied in past 10 years. And the Commission would like to make it clear that failure to file this additional affidavit will be a defect of substantial nature, inviting scrutiny by the returning officer. Rules have also been changed, where candidate will be required to affix photo on nomination paper. Candidate will also be required to make a declaration that he is a citizen of India and has not acquired foreign citizenship. Now our model code of conduct comes into effect with immediate effect as we are speaking. This will apply to candidates, political parties, state governments. It will also apply to the central government insofar as their announcements and policy decisions pertain to for these states. Commission is determined to ensure strict compliance along with uniform application to all political parties, ruling or opposition. And Commission will also invoke provisions of substantive laws while enforcing model code of conduct. This time Commission has issued special operating procedures for first 72 hours after announcement and the last 72 hours. For first 72 hours after announcement, there is a need for our election machinery to get into swift mode, activated mode, to start implementing model code of conduct. In the last 72 hours of the entire process, you are aware there are complaints of malpractices, and therefore there is a special standard operating procedure which has been laid down by the Commission, and it will be monitored very strictly. The Commission also lays emphasis on promotion of environment friendly practices, and therefore Commission expects all political parties and all candidates to discourage use of environmentally hazardous material such as plastic in their campaign. This time Commission is very concerned that noise pollution by way of reckless, widespread and flagrant use of loudspeakers will be discouraged because it disturbs general public, it disturbs students, it disturbs patients, etc. And as usual, there will be no use of loudspeaker between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Police and election authorities will clamp down on this aspect. Law and order. We are committed to conduct elections in a free and fair manner. Adequate central police forces will be deployed along with local police for confidence building measures. They will be deployed in advance. There would be area domination, route marches in vulnerable pockets to build faith in the minds of voters. Deployment of central paramilitary forces will be under the oversight of central observers and with their approval. Election Commission has already started monitoring preventive actions prior to announcement, and now we will start monitoring more strictly. Commission is committed to provide protection to members of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Wherever needed, provisions of Scheduled Caste Prevention of Atrocities Act will also be invoked. The limit of expenses for candidates is 28 lakhs for UP, Punjab and Uttarakhand, and 20 lakhs for Manipur and Goa. Again, Election Commission is committed to control misuse of black money, cash, 20 lakhs. Cash, liquor, gift and drugs will be controlled. There will be elaborate expenditure monitoring mechanism in place, our surveillance teams, our flying squads, and there will be complete enforcement of our enforcement agencies. There will be complete coordination. Some new initiatives have also been introduced which we would like to share for information. Number one, booth or kiosk, or in common parlance basta, which are set up by the candidates outside polling stations will be deemed to have been set up by candidates, and entire expenditure on these kiosks will be included in the election expense of candidates. Our district election authorities will lay down rates, and our expenditure returns have also been modified accordingly. Secondly, candidates will be required to open accounts in their banks, and as per our directions, expenses above rupees 20,000 will be made out of this bank account and will be through check. Similarly, our existing instructions are being reiterated, where donations and loans to be received by candidates greater than 20,000 rupees will be by way of check or draft. Political parties will be required to file their party statement as far as expenses on candidates is concerned within 30 days of declaration of results, and final accounts by the political parties within 75 days. Media is a friend of Election Commission of India, and we are very proud of it. And therefore, our entire machinery from Election Commission down to the lowest level will be positively engaged and interacting with entire media. We will keep you briefed about our activities, and we will also be very swift in our action and in our response to the news which will be carried by our media. Election Commission has encouraged use of social media. All our COs, all our district election officers are using social media. They have their YouTube, Twitter, Facebook accounts. Election Commission also has a social media cell here. Paid news will be another area which Commission will focus. Press Council of India has nominated members, and we are very thankful to the Press Council, and they will be assisting the Commission in detection and determination of paid news. This time, Commission is issuing another set of instructions. You might be aware that there are some TV channels owned by political parties or candidates, and these TV channels carry out huge publicity of candidates, and they go unnoticed, unaccounted for. And therefore, Commission has issued the instructions that our Media Monitoring Committee at district level will monitor whether these TV channels owned by political parties or candidates are carrying out publicity of their candidates, and such expenses will be included in the expenses of candidates. Commission is committed to achieve higher percentages of voter turnout, and therefore our sweep campaign, voter education program, would be launched more vigorously. Another interesting feature is that the Commission has launched a large number of IT applications to facilitate voters, candidates, political parties, citizens, civil society organizations, and public-spirited persons. There would be observers, general observers, police observers, expenditure observers, and awareness observers. Commission has ensured the implementation of its transfer policy, and all police and election related officers have been posted as per our transfer policy. However, wherever required, wherever Election Commission feel that officials are acting in a biased manner or in partial manner, the Commission will take necessary action. Commission will ensure level playing field for inclusive, free and fair election by curbing muscle power and also controlling abuse of money. Commission seek cooperation from all voters, from political parties, from candidates, from civil society organizations for compliance of our instructions. The Commission call upon voters to participate in the upcoming elections in an ethical manner and cooperate with ECI. At this moment, Commission would also like to thank all state governments, Chief Electoral Officers, Chief Secretaries, Director General, Ministry of Home Affairs, our Central Paramilitary Forces, enforcement agencies, and all the officials of the Commission who have assisted the Commission in scheduling and planning of elections. In past 2-3 days, the Commission has been engaged in hectic meetings with all concerned who are involved in the scheduling and planning of election activities, and yesterday evening the Commission has reached the conclusion that our state machineries are in full state of readiness, and therefore we have great pleasure in announcing the schedule to these 5 states, and therefore the Commission would like to share with you the schedule of election to these states. As I mentioned that the Commission generally holds election to the assemblies whose term are expiring together or nearby, and these elections are held together, and therefore all 5 states will go to elections at one go. सभी राज्यों के चुनाव एक साथ कराए जाएंगे. मैं आपके सामने पहले गोवा का शेड्यूल पेश करूंगा कमीशन की ओर से. गोवा में डेट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन 11 जनवरी वेडनेसडे. लास्ट डेट ऑफ मेकिंग नॉमिनेशंस इन गोवा 18th January 2017 Wednesday. Scrutiny of nominations will be completed by 19th January Thursday. withdrawal of candidature by 21st January Saturday. गोवा में चुनाव की तिथि 4 फरवरी 2017 सैटरडे। डेट ऑफ काउंटिंग पे बाद में आएंगे। थोड़ी देर आप लोग जस्ट वेट फॉर लिटिल बिट मोर टाइम। हाँ, इसके बाद हम पंजाब राज्य पे आते हैं। पंजाब राज्य का नोटिफिकेशन 11 जनवरी 2017 को होगा। 11 जनवरी 2017 को पंजाब राज्य का नोटिफिकेशन होगा और बुधवार पंजाब राज्य में लास्ट डेट ऑफ मेकिंग नॉमिनेशंस 18 जनवरी 2017 बुधवार। स्क्रूटनी ऑफ नॉमिनेशन पंजाब में 19 जनवरी को बृहस्पतिवार। विड्रॉल ऑफ कैंडिडेचर 21 जनवरी 2017 शनिवार। और पंजाब राज्य में चुनाव 4 फरवरी 2017 शनिवार के दिन। इसके बाद हम एक और छोटे राज्य में आएंगे, उत्तराखंड। उत्तराखंड राज्य में 70 असेंबली कंस्टिट्यूंसीज हैं। आपको शायद हमने पहले नहीं बताया है, अभी बता देते हैं कि गोवा राज्य में 40 असेंबली कंस्टिट्यूंसीज हैं और पंजाब में 117 असेंबली कंस्टिट्यूंसीज हैं। एक चीज़ और भी बताएंगे कि गोवा में 40 असेंबली कंस्टिट्यूंसीज का चुनाव सिंगल फेज में होगा। सिंगल फेज इन ऑल 40 कंस्टिट्यूंसीज इन गोवा। इन पंजाब, election to all 117 assembly constituencies will be held in single phase. उत्तराखंड 70 असेंबली कंस्टिट्यूंसीज इलेक्शन सिंगल फेज में कंडक्ट कराया जाएगा। यहाँ पर डेट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन 20 जनवरी। डेट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन 20 जनवरी शुक्रवार। लास्ट डेट ऑफ मेकिंग नॉमिनेशन इन उत्तराखंड 27 जनवरी 2017 शुक्रवार। नॉमिनेशंस की स्क्रूटनी 28 जनवरी शनिवार। कैंडिडेट्स का विड्रॉल 30 जनवरी सोमवार। उत्तराखंड में सिंगल फेज में पोल 15 फरवरी को होगा। 15 फरवरी को होगा और बुधवार के दिन। इसके बाद हम नॉर्थ ईस्ट की स्टेट पे आते हैं, मणिपुर में। मणिपुर में कुल 60 असेंबली कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज हैं और यहां पर चुनाव 2 फेज में कराया जाएगा। मैं फेज वार आपके सामने पेश करूंगा। द फेज 1 ऑफ मणिपुर विल कंप्राइज ऑफ 38 assembly constituencies. 38 assembly constituencies. The list is given in the press note. You can please go through it. You can kindly go through it. Date of notification for phase 1 in Manipur will be on 8th February 2017, Wednesday. Last date of making nominations to first phase 15th February Wednesday. Scrutiny of nominations 16th February Thursday. Withdrawal of candidature 18th February Saturday. And date of poll of first phase is 4th March Saturday. 4th March Saturday. 38. 38. Now coming to phase 2 of Manipur, comprising of 22 assembly constituencies. Again, the list of assembly constituencies is contained in the press note. Date of notification will be 11th February, Saturday, phase 2. Last date of making nominations, 18th February, Saturday. Scrutiny of nominations, 20th February, Monday. Withdrawal of candidature, 22nd February, Wednesday. And date of poll, 8th March. 8th March is the date of poll for second phase, 22 assembly constituencies. Now we come back to the largest state, Uttar Pradesh.
Second phase voting
8th March. 8th March. So, elections to the 403 assembly constituencies of UP, उत्तर प्रदेश 7 चरणों में संपन्न कराया जाएगा। उत्तर प्रदेश में 403 सीटों के लिए चुनाव 7 चरणों में संपन्न कराया जाएगा। अब हम फेज वाइज आपके और हमारे वोटर्स की जानकारी के लिए आपके सामने पढ़ेंगे। पहला फेज 73 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज, 73 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज, जिसमें 15 जिले शामिल होंगे। इन जिलों के नाम भी पढ़ सकते हैं क्योंकि ये सिंपल हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश के फेज 1 के जिले शामली, मुजफ्फरनगर, बागपत, मेरठ, गाजियाबाद, गौतम बुद्ध नगर, हापुड़, बुलंदशहर, अलीगढ़, मथुरा, हाथरस। अच्छा, आई थॉट यू वर वेरी फास्ट। कहाँ तक नोट किया आप लोगों ने?
शुरू से दोबारा पढ़ लीजिए।
I will read it again, please.
डिस्ट्रिक्ट के नाम
रहने दें। ओके 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 ओके। तो फेज 1 का नोटिफिकेशन 17 जनवरी को, 17 जनवरी फेज 1। लास्ट डेट ऑफ मेकिंग नॉमिनेशन 24 जनवरी 2017, ट्यूसडे। नॉमिनेशन की स्क्रूटनी 25 जनवरी 2017 और कैंडिडेट्स का विड्रॉल 27 जनवरी। और फेज 1 में डेट ऑफ पोल 11 फरवरी। अब इसके बाद फेज 2 में आते हैं। फेज 2 में 67 असेंबली कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज, 67 और इसमें 11 जिले शामिल हैं। इस फेज के लिए डेट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन 20 जनवरी को होगा, 20 जनवरी। और नॉमिनेशन की लास्ट डेट होगी 27 जनवरी। नॉमिनेशन की स्क्रूटनी 28 जनवरी और कैंडिडेट का विड्रॉल 30 जनवरी। और यहां पर पोल 15 फरवरी। फेज 2 में पोल 15 फरवरी। मैं मोटा मोटा आपको बता दूंगा। इस फेज 2 में वो जिले शामिल होंगे जो उत्तराखंड से बॉर्डरिंग हैं, वेस्टर्न, जैसे आपके ये सहारनपुर, बिजनौर, मुरादाबाद, बरेली, शाहजहांपुर, बदायूं तक। इसके बाद फेज 3 में आते हैं। इसमें फेज 3 में 69 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज, 69 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज, और इसकी डेट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन 24 जनवरी है, ट्यूसडे का दिन है। नॉमिनेशन का लास्ट डेट 31 जनवरी है। नॉमिनेशन की स्क्रूटनी 2 फरवरी है। कैंडिडेट का विड्रॉल 4 फरवरी है। हाँ, अच्छा, मैं रिपीट करता हूँ, जस्ट 1 मिनट। डेट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन 24 जनवरी, लास्ट डेट ऑफ मेकिंग नॉमिनेशन 31 जनवरी, नॉमिनेशन की स्क्रूटनी 2 फरवरी और कैंडिडेट्स का विड्रॉल 4 फरवरी। अभी आते हैं। इसमें ज़िले 12 ज़िले शामिल हैं और इसमें जो नाम है मोटे मोटे मैं पढ़ देता हूँ, जैसे हरदोई, कन्नौज, इटावा, औरैया, कानपुर नगर, लखनऊ, बाराबंकी, सीतापुर। पूरे नहीं पढ़े हैं लेकिन 12 ज़िले शामिल हैं। आते हैं। असेंबली सीट फेज 3 में 69। 24 जनवरी को नोटिफिकेशन होगा, ये तो पढ़ दिया हमने। डेट ऑफ पोल 19 फरवरी। अब फेज 4 की बात करेंगे तो फेज 4 में 53 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज हैं, 53 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज हैं और इसमें 12 ज़िले शामिल हैं और ये ज़िले मोटे मोटे तौर पर प्रतापगढ़, इलाहाबाद, बुंदेलखंड के एरियाज़ हैं, रायबरेली, फतेहपुर वगैरह। और इसका नोटिफिकेशन 30 जनवरी को होगा। लास्ट डेट ऑफ मेकिंग नॉमिनेशन 6 फरवरी होगी। स्क्रूटनी 7 फरवरी को होगी। विड्रॉल 9 फरवरी को होगा। इसकी डेट ऑफ पोल 23 फरवरी, 23 फरवरी। नंबर ऑफ डिस्ट्रिक्ट 53, 12। पोलिंग डेट है इसकी 23 फरवरी।
सर एक बारी विड्रॉल
विड्रॉल की डेट है 9 फरवरी, 23 फरवरी। नाउ कमिंग टू फेज 5। फेज 5 में 52 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज हैं, 52 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज और इसमें 11 ज़िले हैं और मोटे मोटे तौर पर इसमें बलरामपुर, गोंडा, फैज़ाबाद, सिद्धार्थनगर, बस्ती, अमेठी और सुल्तानपुर। ये फेज 5 है और फेज 5 का नोटिफिकेशन 2 फरवरी को होगा। नॉमिनेशन की लास्ट डेट 9 फरवरी होगी। स्क्रूटनी ऑफ नॉमिनेशन 11 फरवरी को होगा। लास्ट डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन 9 फरवरी, स्क्रूटनी 11 फरवरी और विड्रॉल ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स 13 फरवरी। और इसकी जो पोलिंग की तिथि है वो 27 फरवरी, 27 फरवरी। नाउ वी कम टू फेज 6। फेज 6 में 49 असेंबली कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज हैं और इसमें 7 ज़िले शामिल हैं, 7 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स आर इंक्लूडेड। और ये ज़िले हैं जैसे महाराजनगर, कुशीनगर, गोरखपुर, आजमगढ़, मऊ, बलिया। इनका नोटिफिकेशन 8 फरवरी को होगा। 15 फरवरी को लास्ट डेट है नॉमिनेशन की। स्क्रूटनी 16 फरवरी को होगी। कैंडिडेट्स का विड्रॉल 18 फरवरी तक होगा और यहाँ पर पोल 4 मार्च को किए जाएंगे, 4 मार्च। और जो लास्ट फेज है फेज 7, इसमें हमारी 40 कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज हैं और इसमें ज़िले 7 शामिल हैं और ये 7 ज़िले मोटे मोटे तौर पर गाज़ीपुर, वाराणसी, चंदौली, मिर्ज़ापुर, भदोई, सोनभद्र और जौनपुर। इन 7वें फेज के लिए 11 फरवरी को नोटिफिकेशन होगा। 18 फरवरी तक लास्ट डेट है नॉमिनेशन की और स्क्रूटनी 20 फरवरी को होगी। विड्रॉल 22 फरवरी तक होगा और इसका पोल 8 मार्च को संपन्न किया जाएगा। नंबर ऑफ डिस्ट्रिक्ट 7, 8 मार्च को। Has everybody noted, please? And therefore, after completion of polling in all states, as described before you, the counting will take place on 11th March, Saturday. 11th March, Saturday. हाँ, 11th मार्च को सारे राज्यों की काउंटिंग एक साथ की जाएगी। जस्ट 1 मिनट। तो ये इंफॉर्मेशन सबने नोट करी। एंड देयरफॉर द कमीशन वुड लाइक टू थैंक द मीडिया फ्रॉम प्रिंट एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फॉर देयर वंडरफुल कोऑपरेशन बिफोर, नाउ एंड इन फ्यूचर। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
चुनाव की घोषणा हुई और उसके पहले